What if I told you that a man once fired from his own company would go on to shape how billions of people communicate, work, create, and think every single day? This isn't just the story of a tech entrepreneur. It's the story of how one obsessive visionary changed humanity's relationship with machines forever. Steve Jobs didn't simply build products. He reshaped behavior, rewrote industries, and quietly influenced nearly every moment of modern life. And whether you realize it or not, you're living inside the world he imagined. In 1976, technology was cold, intimidating, and inaccessible. Computers filled rooms and belonged only to corporations and universities. Music came in bulky cassette players. Phones were bolted to walls. The idea of everyday people owning powerful technology was almost unthinkable. Fast forward to today, and the device in your pocket holds more power than the computers that sent humans to the moon. This shift wasn't accidental. It was driven by an obsession with making technology intuitive, elegant, and human. Most people misunderstand Apple's rise. This wasn't just about better gadgets. It was a philosophical shift. Jobs didn't want to build machines for engineers. He wanted to democratize creativity, amplify human potential, and prove that technology could serve people rather than overwhelm them. His vision wasn't technical. It was emotional. Technology should feel natural, personal, and empowering. Apple's story begins in a garage in Los Altos, California, but not in the way most people imagine. When Jobs and Steve Wozniak founded Apple in 1976, they weren't chasing profit. They were solving a problem most people didn't yet realize existed. Computers were inaccessible to normal humans. Wozniak built brilliant machines. Jobs asked uncomfortable questions. Why should computers look ugly? Why should they require manuals thicker than textbooks? Why couldn't technology be beautiful? The Apple II became the first successful personal computer, but its impact went beyond performance. Jobs insisted on a sleek plastic case, while competitors sold exposed circuit boards. He demanded that even internal components be arranged beautifully, despite no one ever seeing them. This wasn't vanity. It was philosophy. Design mattered because people mattered. Success brought conflict. As Apple grew, professional executives took control. Jobs, the founder, was sidelined. By 1985, he was effectively pushed out of the company he created. Most believed his story was over. In reality, it was just beginning. Jobs founded Next, a company that failed commercially but pushed computing forward. He also bought a small animation studio from George Lucas for $10 million. That studio became Pixar. At Pixar, Jobs learned a crucial lesson. Technology should enhance creativity, not replace it. Films like Toy Story proved that when innovation serves storytelling, magic happens. By 1997, Apple was just 90 days from bankruptcy. Confusing products flooded the market. No clear direction, no identity. When Jobs returned, he didn't start by inventing new technology. He simplified. He cut dozens of products down to just 4. Focus became power. The iMac wasn't just a comeback. It was a statement. Colorful, transparent, friendly. Jobs understood something most companies still struggle with. People don't buy products for what they do. They buy them for how those products make them feel. The iPod didn't succeed because it played music. Others already did that. It succeeded because iTunes solved piracy while giving users simplicity and control. The innovation wasn't the device. It was the system around it. In 2007, Jobs announced the iPhone. Critics laughed. Smartphones already existed, but they missed the point. The iPhone wasn't a phone. It was a platform. With the App Store, Jobs created an entirely new economy, one that empowered millions of developers and generated over $1 trillion in value. The iPad wasn't meant to replace computers. It was meant to remove fear. Children used it instinctively. Elderly users became digital participants overnight. Artists gained studio-level tools in their hands. Powerful computing finally became universal. Music, phones, computers, retail, design, entire industries were forced to adapt. Touchscreens replaced keyboards. Design became a competitive advantage. User experience became non-negotiable. Apple stores weren't shops, they were temples. Jobs redefined retail by controlling the entire customer journey. This model reshaped modern commerce, from tech showrooms to luxury brands. Jobs' revolution also brought unintended costs: smartphone addiction, attention exploitation, surveillance capitalism, work-life boundaries erased. Progress, it turns out, is never free. Despite the drawbacks, education, healthcare, creativity, and entrepreneurship were transformed. Knowledge became accessible. Opportunity expanded. Voices previously unheard found platforms. Artificial intelligence, augmented reality, electric vehicles, and digital creativity all follow the same principle Jobs championed: hide complexity, empower humans, design for intuition. Before Jobs, humans adapted to machines. After Jobs, machines adapted to humans. That shift changed everything. Steve Jobs didn't just change technology, he changed expectations. Whether technology elevates humanity or diminishes it depends on how we build on his vision. The future remains unwritten, but the tools are already in our hands.